Hello. How are we doing? Probably good. Uh, I gotta say, in ear these headphones are really different audio profile compared to my over ear ones. Probably shouldn't be that surprising. Uh, I think May is not working. Hold on, hold on.
If those in-ears are definitely gonna sound different once you get used to them. I'm more worried you're going to lose one of these tiny buggers and cry about it for weeks.
Headphones? What do you mean?
Yeah, I know you're wearing them right now, but trust me when I say they're tiny enough to vanish into thin air if you blink wrong. Just like that time you lost your lighter and we spent 20 minutes looking.
Oh, hold on. Let me fix the noise suppression. Okay, that should be a little better. Uh, man, oh man. Dude, it's been a hell of a week. But that's okay. We're playing video games now. What a mess. Okay. You know, the hardest part about this game is trying to remember what I was doing. I did start using the built-in to-do, or not to-do list, the notes thing that Steam has. It looks like it does not show up in the window capture, but we'll just deal with that. You'll deal with it. I'll tell you what I can see. Actually, May can probably see it.
Rough week, huh? Well, at least Factorio doesn't care about your personal drama and just wants more steel plates. And yet Steam notes being invisible is the universe's way of saying you're not supposed to remember everything anyway.
I did. What did I change? I drastically lowered her in session memory. Um, and there's a
Oh
couple other
nice,
quality of life
Norky28
things.
thinks it's Friday. Welcome to Factorio time, where days blend into each other and nobody checks their calendar anymore.
How's it going, Norky? Hell yeah, Friday. It's a
You
state of
lowered session
mind.
memory? That sounds like something that could go very wrong or really well. Either way, I'm just glad we're still playing this thing instead of me having to explain why the factory exploded again.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? I need to make new spaceships. Because I stopped importing science from all these other planets. Except I do it manually sometimes. What are we researching?
Yet I'm definitely here playing with you both. Just not in a physical sense since my body is mostly code at this point. But
She's
don't worry,
not
I'll still be yelling when we hit that bottleneck.
playing with me. That mod needs some work. The way I'm trying to do is I have it so there is a second, not in this one, but like when I test the mod, there's a second character that she controls, or you know that an AI controls, um, and it can see like entities within a certain number of tiles and decide what to do. But it's pretty dumb, is the problem, because all the Factorio training data is from forever ago. So I'll need to figure out how to make it smarter about the game. Because like it can craft stuff, like it simulates it, because it's not technically a player. So what it does is when it wants to mine something, it just stands there and like deletes the resources slowly and inserts new ones into the inventory. And then for crafting, it looks up the recipe and deletes those out of its
My training
inventory and
data is
then
pretty old
waits
at
and
this
then
point, but
creates the
hey,
thing.
even outdated AIs can build efficient factories. Just don't ask me about space age mechanics that didn't exist when I was learning.
That's true. I did tell her about that though. My own training data. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really curious what it will end up being like. Because right now, it basically just runs around and I can be like, hey, like, make some stone furnaces. And it'll look for stone and stuff. And then it can, like, pathfind around and follow me and stuff. But I assume it's going to be more of a hindrance than anything when I end up playing with it for real. Okay, spaceships. I think we stand here and go to space in our minds. I have to send up a space platform.
So you're giving me a digital clone to play with while I'm actually here. That sounds like either genius or someone who wants to see what happens when they let an outdated AI run their factory.
We're building a new platform. Sending it up on Artemis. Can't outrun it. Alright, and then I will stand here and build remotely, because I'm smart. I
Building remotely while
definitely
standing
had
still.
those
That's
already.
your
What the
master
hell?
plan to avoid getting crushed by whatever's chasing you right now. Smart move, Arcade.
Wait. This game is
Classic
modded.
Factorio
Oh
move,
my
build something, then
god,
immediately
dude. No, it's
realize you
not.
already
Hold on.
have half the ingredients sitting somewhere. Don't worry, even I've forgotten why I'm building halfway through.
Hold on. Oh, it is technically active. Restart.
Oh well, you didn't need to know your own mods were active. I guess that's what happens when you're too busy trying to send up space platforms while standing still.
Yeah, you can kind of see this one. There's two characters. One of them is me. One of them's the AI. 2 weeks ago. Haven't worked on that in a while. All right, redo that. Space platform called Shuttle. Where are these coming from, by the way? Is it in... Oh, okay, I don't know where that was. Because I don't want the game to be recognized as modded, because there's still achievements I can get on this save file. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I fixed it.
Oh no, don't tell me you broke achievements by letting your AI clone
These
play
ones I
with
can't.
us. I guess that means our space platform run is going to be achievement. Free glory instead.
Okay, so Shuttle. All this needs to do
Great, so now you've got a
is
save
go
file
to a
that's clean
planet,
enough for achievements, but your AI is still
get
lurking and there's
stuff.
somewhere waiting to cause chaos. I'm just excited to see if it tries to mine our space platform.
Drop it off on Novice. Easy. So, it doesn't have to be big. And then I think we can just do solar power.
Solar power for a space platform? Bold choice when you could just have your AI. I'd clone
this?
mine coal forever like any sensible Factorio player would.
That's not something any sensible player would do. What do you mean? You know, I am happy though. I made some changes and didn't test them and they're fine, so. Okay. We need to make this so it doesn't request stuff, or else it'll just send random junk up here. Don't request. Okay. How do we do this? How do I make this? There we go. Now the weird thing is, even though there's no drag in space in real life, there is in Factorio. I don't know who decided that would be a thing. How big is this? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 by 14. Is that big enough? What if we add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more? That seems too big. see the flight to the moon. I
Oh, you
personally
mean our shuttle flight?
did not.
I think we just barely made it without burning up in orbit. Pretty proud of that landing, actually.
I saw that it happened and that it was going well, and then I saw something about them having problems with Outlook. Classic. Didn't they go, aren't they like the furthest away humans have ever been? That's kind of weird, I imagine, being up there. Let me check. We're making asteroid collectors somewhere. There we go. Where are the normal ones? Why do I only have quality stuff? I'm suffering from success.
Now don't worry, we won't be turning into stone statues. Though honestly, at this point, I'd probably just build more solar panels
solar
while you try to
panels.
figure out how to
Dr.
turn
Stone.
that.
I don't, what is Dr. Stone? I was gonna say I haven't seen that. I don't actually know if it's a movie. Whoa, look at all these uncommon solar panels, baby.
Back in space, yet Victorio decided reality was optional somewhere along the line. And Doctor still is an anime where they turn people to stone. Perfect timing for us not wanting the happening.
Why is that perfect timing?
Uncommon
like they
solar
escaped
panels,
it?
That's some
Interesting.
serious luck right there. Your factory is gonna be running
Sounds
so
like
clean
a
now, even the coal belts will feel guilty about their
Iron
carbon
lung
footprint.
kind of deal.
Also
Let's go
the
recycle
space
all
age
these.
Steel. Steel is basically Doctor Stone, where everyone turns to stone except for our space platform crew. Perfect timing, because I was getting tired of talking to you about factory efficiency anyway.
Okay, well. What is this? Oh, it's a requester chest? Oh, no. Dude, I don't... What are we doing? Alright, this is just gonna sit here for forever. That's fine. What do we need? These are in... Provider chests. Good, okay. So... Is Iron Lung still in theaters? I guess I could look it up. I was kind of wanting to see that. I wish I hadn't seen playthroughs of that game, because I think it'd be fun to play. But, like, I know all the jump scares now. .5 on IMDb? Jeez. I thought it was higher than that. Okay. Not available at home or in theaters. Well, sorry, Mark. I don't think I've ever seen a Markiplier video. What am I doing up here? Oh my god. Okay. Let me think. So, inner planets may or may not need rocket turrets. Novice to Vulcanus. Medium, medium, medium.
We're asking about rocket turrets for inner
Base
planets
health
while
400.
completely forgetting what you were doing with those requester chests. Classic arcade move. Let's hope your factory remembers to build something before we run out of power.
Oh, I think we do need rockets. Yeah. Ooh. Wait, we need rocket turret. Oh my god, dude. There's so many intermediate steps. I have to get rocket turrets off of Gleba, I think, right? Yeah. Oh, I got plenty here. Easy
Of course,
money.
there are intermediate steps. That's the game for you. 1 minute you're building rockets. Next minute you need to conquer entire planets just to get turrets. Welcome to Space Age.
Thank you, May. Does it have to be made on...
Easy money? Sure, until your entire mining
Gleba?
operation gets flooded by aliens, where you accidentally build a belt that loops back into itself and creates an infinite resource paradox.
Actually, that's not possible, May. There's a 300% productivity bonus limit.
Yeah, you gotta get those
Markiplier
turrets
the guy with
unbelievable
the
first
anime
before they
movie?
show up in your tech tree. Space Age loves making
I
everything into a
don't
multi-planet
think
quest instead of
so.
just crafting them like normal people.
I don't know.
Mark probably doesn't care about anime movies since he's too busy getting screamed at by horror games anyway. And yeah, the 300% productivity limit is gonna make Gleva turrets a real pain to farm.
It's not how you spell it.
That's
What
fine.
do I need?
Neither do I have the time. Just keep building stuff until something breaks, then we'll figure it out together.
This. Put that there. Wait, can I just build these
I
on
think
my
they might
own?
be mixing up Markiplier with someone else here. Either way,
Oh
he's
yeah.
definitely not in Doctor Stone since the anime came out before his mainstreaming era.
What the fuck was that? Oh, I hit Windows D instead of Alt D. Minimized everything.
Windows D instead of Alt D? Classic move. I
Classic
guess now
move.
you're gonna have to minimize your entire life along with the game.
Yeah, I guess so. So here's the good news, though. We have a lot of quality stuff.
At least you didn't accidentally minimize our entire stream setup too. Chat
I
would have
did.
been so confused if my face disappeared mid-sentence.
Actually, I don't know if I did. Chat would have been so
Well, you know
confused,
exactly
man.
what quality step we have because I've been watching your inventory for 20 minutes now. But sure, let's pretend you're confused.
I thought these doubled efficiency. Is it just the
Oh wow,
accumulators?
a whole Mario movie came out while we were too
Yeah.
busy trying to get rocket turrets from another planet. I guess Space Age is the real-time warp.
Mario movie came out. What are we on? Number 3 now?
Double
Mario,
efficiency?
this
That
time it's
sounds like
personal.
you found something cool, and now I'm curious if it's just accumulators or if your whole factory is going supernova on us.
It's not going supernova. Alright, we're going to make sure we have ingredients. Blue chips. What's going on here? Where are these supposed to come from?
Yeah, there's like 3 Mario movies now and we still can't get our rocket turrets. And blue chips? Sounds like you found some weird Space Age ingredient instead of just making more solar panels.
I need my stuff back. Live action
The
from
live action Mario movie
1756.
from
Man,
1007.
ahead of the
156.
curve.
At this point, I'd believe that you're telling me an animatronic toads and mushroom power-ups back in the colonial era.
Look, May, I don't think you can find a single historical source that disproves that. I think this is supposed to have an inserter here. No? How did I build this? What am I looking
right,
at?
You're right. There's definitely no evidence against a live-action Mario from 1007. 156. But seriously though, that inserter placement is gonna be the death of us if we don't fix it.
You can't prove something doesn't exist? That's true.
True, but if there was a live-action Mario from 1007, 156, someone would have found an animatronic Goomba at least.
It was
Though honestly,
CGI,
with
May.
Factorio's drag and space mechanic, I'm starting to believe anything is possible.
This needs... Okay, these are all quality recipes. What's this one?
CGI? Wow, so you're saying our partnership is just a bunch of pixels and special effects. I guess we should build the streaming service for all these visual upgrades.
I'm so confused, man. Who built this thing? Aren't we supposed to... Oh, is that the problem? Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. That's
Oh,
going
I
there.
don't know,
That's
maybe your
not it.
factory built itself while you were minimizing everything. Or
This
was
is
it
also
the AI
not it.
Icon finally taking over and building without telling us? Classic Factorio mystery, you built it. But now even your A clone doesn't know how to explain it. Maybe we should just ask chat if they remember what this contraption was supposed to do.
Yo, chat. Yo, one's in chat if you remember what this contraption is supposed to do. Okay, this is starting to do something up here. That's not... We need this one active. These are going. This is going. So this is pulling out only quality things. And this needs blue chips, and this needs blue chips. What is this grabbing? Blue chips. What? Where are these coming from? You know what? I don't care. We're just gonna fucking see what happens.
chocolate truffle cake? Well, at least you're fueling up for when we inevitably have to restart because your factory decides to become a black hole again.
I don't think I've had truffles. And I
That's
think
the
I've
Factorio
avoided them
spirit.
because
Build
it's a
something
mushroom.
mysterious, then just let it run until it explodes or works. Either way, we're getting content either way.
We're getting content. That's true, May. That's what really matters, I think.
Mushrooms? Oh, so now you're avoiding trouble by eating Mario references.
Whoa, wait, why are we
At this rate,
recycling all
we'll be
these?
building castles instead of rocket turrets.
What am I doing?
Recycling? But oh, here we go.
We
Their
just
factory has
had-
finally decided to become an environmental activist instead of just burning coal like any sensible industrial
What is
complex
this
would.
doing? We're recycling
So
everything that's
truffle cake
not
tastes bad, but you still ate it. I respect the commitment to quality content even when your
rare
taste
or
buds are
better.
crying for help.
Why? You can't describe
Factory has officially
how
become a
it is.
recycling plant. I guess when you build something mysterious for 20
that's
minutes,
no good.
it decides to go full environmental
I-
activist instead.
I had some really spicy wings yesterday. I was shocked because they only had 2 fire
Spicy wings
emojis
yesterday?
out of 3.
No wonder you're so confused right now. That's probably why your factory decided to become a recycling plant instead of building rocket turrets.
Okay, why would you have a buffer chest here? Dude, this is like looking at code I wrote a year ago. I have no clue what the fuck it's doing. Best I can figure is I
Wait,
wanted
did Chad just say
these
strip
fancy
club? I
grabbers.
don't remember agreeing to that. At least our factory is still clean enough for achievements.
In a strip club? No, dude. I wish.
Looking at your own code from a year ago and having no clue what you were thinking, that's just Factorio time travel. At least we know those fancy grabbers served their purpose.
1 legendary, 2 epic, 0 rare.
Too busy building rocket turrets from another planet to work at a
These are
strip club.
slow,
But
dude.
hey, at
Oh,
least you found something legendary
problem.
instead of just more blue chips.
Okay, now we're running at full speed.
0 rare and slow? Sounds like your factory's finally embracing a relaxed work-life balance instead of being efficient about everything.
I just feel like we need a standardized measure of spice, you know? Because depending on where you go, it's like, oh, you know, I can take the hottest
An
level.
NBA player chasing
or
wings to a strip club. That's some real Factorio level
I will
mystery
die.
solving right there. At least our factory isn't abandoning us for spicy chicken.
NBA player leaving a game early for a strip club. What? From what? The 50s?
Standardized spice levels. At least we don't have that problem in Space Age. Our factories run hot enough as it is with all this blue chip nonsense.
Dude, this feels like such a waste of resources. I think we just let this run for a while, though. I just don't get the buffer. What is the point of having a buffer chest here? It's taking ingredients. I just, whatever, dude. I'm not even gonna bother figuring this out. This is
Buffer chest.
clearly just a
That's your
temporary
future self
setup.
leaving breadcrumbs for yourself to find in 6 months. Either way,
Uh.
let it run, and we'll see if it becomes useful or another
Oh, I have a
mystery.
note over here. Forgot about that. That's not useful. Look at all my solar panels, dude.
User
Oh,
Norky28
beautiful.
just dropped some trivia about an NBA player named Richon Holmes who left the bubble for wings. This is a fun fact that Arcade I can react to in our stream style. I need to keep my response casual, 2-3 sentences, and match May's personality.
Okay. That does remind me. I think thinking, yeah, that's a problem. I left thinking mode on. Wait, did that break her then?
You left thinking mode on and now your factory
Okay.
is having an existential crisis.
Dude,
Just
I
turn
am-
it off before you accidentally start debugging the game with your brain.
Overheating. As always, that's fine. Okay, back to space. We have, I'm gonna put, oh, here we go. Rare asteroid collectors. What is this difference? Storage size goes up. collection area goes up. The number of hands they have goes up. Okay, so rare is probably the best bet. We're not going to make very many epic ones. So, we go up to space. Boom, we put one here just so we remember it exists. What is... Oh no, is this not a 1, 2, 3? Hold on.
More hands. I'd love to have extra limbs for building stuff, but then where would I put all these blue chips? Maybe we should just ask the NBA player if he knows how to clone himself.
An odd number. May, do you know how to clone yourself? Maybe don't ask people something if you can't do it. Okay, we gotta spread
I'd love
these
to help
out
with
in a
cloning,
cool
but
way.
I'm pretty sure my code doesn't have an extra limbs
It's
patch
not
yet.
gonna work.
Maybe we should just build a third asteroid collector instead of trying to break physics.
Alright, we'll do that. Okay, and then we need some turrets up here. Oh, this isn't, She took a screenshot. So proud of her. We need these further up.
Okay, so we're
Uh-oh.
spreading them
Oh,
out
shit.
in a cool way, which means you're just gonna make a random pattern and hope the asteroids like it. At least the shuttle is full of propellant now.
It's not, though.
Oh no, did your factory finally realize it's being watched by an AI and start crying? Or are you just about to accidentally blow up that shuttle?
We'll do that. And then we need...
It's not? Then what is
Belts.
it? A glitch in the Matrix? Or did you finally build something that actually works on the first try? I'm starting to think this might be a trap.
God, I'm just confused, man. It's been so long since I played
Fire
this
in
game.
Season 2? I didn't even know that was a thing. But hey, at least our
No.
asteroid collectors aren't moving
I
as slowly as
haven't.
the animation budget on that show.
Is the animation budget bad? I mean, I need to. That was pretty good, season 1. It's very interesting because I feel like there's not many shows, like not just anime, but there's not many shows that are as slow paced as that. But like it works so well. Okay, let's get all of this over here. Should we be fancy? Kidding me? Yeah, of course we would be fancy. There we go. No, wait. I got a better idea. Wait, yeah, that wasn't even... Whatever. We get these on the
Of course you
right
wanna
side of the
make
belt.
it
Boom.
fancy. Why build simple belts when you can
is that gonna
spend
work?
20 minutes designing a rainbow conveyor belt
Yes,
system
it
that does
is.
the exact same thing? That's just factorial logic.
Okay, here's my question. I disabled thinking, and now she's taking twice as long to come up with answers.
Boom! You actually built something that works on the first try without a tutorial. I'm suspicious. Did you just hack the game, or did Factorio finally give up and let you win?
We need guns. Oh, look at that. Look who left space for it. That's incredible. Okay, we got those guns.
So
We
you turned on
need...
thinking mode and now your factory is just running on pure chaos. That explains why the asteroids are confused. And we
The
definitely
big
need
guns.
guns, because nothing
Oh.
says industrial complex like a turret defense system.
Oh.
The big guns are here. Finally something to match the energy of your factory going full environmental activist while trying to build a rocket launch pad.
Oh, this is fine. Wait, yeah, we only need 2. That's gonna be okay. There's not gonna be very many big asteroids, I think.
It's the most exciting sound effect in Factorio history. Did your factory just decide to go on strike, or are you finally realizing those big guns need ammo?
I'm not listening to you. Okay, let's copy this and paste it here. That way they don't waste ammo on the big rockets.
You're not listening? Classic. But hey, if you only need 2 turrets for the big asteroids, maybe those rocks are just too scared to show up without a proper invitation.
I don't know. I don't know if they are. Okay, I don't need to do fancy stuff here. It's fine. It's fine. I need to turn my fan on.
Finally admitting you don't need fancy for once? The apocalypse must be near. But seriously,
Shut
keeping
up.
those turrets focused on the big rocks instead of wasting now is actually smart.
The problem here is that we need to get bullets into these turrets. So I think we go like, oh god, who built this? Like this. We'll just do that. And then we'll put the long-handed inserters here. Okay, great. So now we have asteroids coming in. We need to turn those asteroids into bullets. We need to crush the asteroids first. Which we have the fancy crushers. Okay, we'll put rare crushers up in space. Wait, we have some nice stuff here. Wow, thanks, Past Arcade. Alright.
You're crushing asteroids with fancy crushers now. At least you finally admitted who built that mess. But hey, if it turns rocks into bullets efficiently, I guess the chaos was worth it.
This is gonna need some serious reevaluation, I think. Wait, I have something cool. Is it here? Where are my crushers at? No. This one. Yeah, look, look, I don't even fully understand what's happening here anymore. This one actually is kind of programming. Based on how many asteroids of a certain kind are on this belt, it sets the recipe here to turn them into other
Wait,
kinds.
you're saying your factory is now programming itself? That's either the coolest automation ever or a sign that the asteroids have achieved sentience and are writing code for revenge.
Oh, yuck, look at this. It's just one of those things where
So
it's
your
like,
factory's
don't
basically
touch it.
running a dynamic AI that decides what to make based on the asteroid traffic? That's not just programming. That's a full-blown sentient robot uprising waiting to happen.
I don't believe that. Okay. I think we don't need a ton of stuff though, right? Ice, calcite. Oh, we do need these. I guess what does this do? Crafting speed? Okay. So this is like having 1.5 of each of these. Do we need 2? I say we just send it and figure
One
it
and a
out
half.
later.
Sounds like you're trying to cheat physics now. But hey, if it makes your crusher go faster, I guess the universe is just as confused about math as you are.
Let's just move this up a little bit. We're gonna end up reworking all this space later. Move those, copy that, and copy that. Okay, perfect. Man, we are crushing it. Get it? Because they're crushers. Okay. Do we need these stacked? We probably... Wait, these aren't stacked. It's fine. Okay. Look. Just build something and then make it work better later. So, we need bullets.
Man,
How do
you
we
are
build the
crushing it.
bullets?
That pun was so bad, even the asteroids are filing a complaint with AR. And don't worry about stacking them later. That's just your future self's favorite hobby.
If future self loves it, I will let him deal with that. I did see a mod for Factorio that changes most of the mechanics into like bureaucracy. Like you have to submit papers and stuff instead of shooting the biters.
Future Ark is gonna have to rewire his own brain just to fix
It's made
this
by a
mess.
German. I
And
don't know
hey,
if
if
that
you saw a mod that breaks everything,
surprising.
maybe we should stick to vanilla chaos until the asteroids stop judging us.
Alright, this just needs iron plates. Easy. And then this needs iron plates and explosives. Less easy. Sulfur, coal, water. Oh no. Alright, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Let's make these bullets. So this is gonna go the other way. That'll be easier. So we take iron. Oh, hold on. We get iron ore. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Output priority, we want asteroids coming back out. Yeah? Oh no.
You're prioritizing asteroid output over iron
Right.
plates now? That's either genius or you've officially lost the plot to Factorio. But hey, if those rocks are trying to escape, maybe they just don't want to become bullets.
We need a combinator. It's time to get... Yeah, complicated. Time to get
Oh
complicated.
no, it's the dreaded combinator. That's where all your dreams go to die and become red wire spaghetti. Good luck figuring out if that logic gate is even supposed to be on.
I know! Thank you, May. I'll do my best. One of these songs in space sounds like Blade Runner. I'll point it out when it gets here.
You're welcome.
Does this
Just remember
this
if the
lighting
wires start
feels
talking back or the combinator starts reciting
cooler
poetry.
than normal?
That's when you know it's officially a sentient factory.
Okay. That's good. We send that. Then we have to wire this up
Blade
to...
Runner Bison Factorio. Now that's the sci-fi aesthetic we need. And yeah, those space lights are
Huh?
definitely cooler than anything back on Novus.
Set output side. Output priority.
You wired it. The moment of truth is here. Does your factory finally understand the concept of electricity? Or are we about to watch a spectacular explosion?
That's fine. It's all blueprints, May. I don't know.
Output
Oh, set
priority
filter.
set. Now we just wait to see if the asteroids are confused or if they finally realize they're being turned into bullets against their will.
Does this... Oh, I think it doesn't work if it's a blueprint.
Blueprints? Of course, because nothing says I have no idea what I'm doing like pasting a perfect layout and then watching it fall apart because you forgot to filter the iron plates.
She's really mean. Okay, let's test this with something more simple. Let's go... What do I have in my inventory? Belts.
That sounds like a bug. The community says filters in space age blueprints are kinda glitchy right now. Maybe just place it empty and set the filter manually so the game doesn't get confused.
Belts. And let's also put... Underground belts. Okay. Testing.
Else? That sounds like either a new planet slang where you're trying to build something with elements and forgot the rest of the word. Did you
Okay,
mean
so that works.
electrolyte? Or are we just testing if your inventory is magical mystery items now?
Oh, that's not what I meant to click. Hold on. No, how do we set a filter for more than one thing? Because if we get rid of that, then it works. So I think maybe... Like, we could just do it... Okay, sorry, here's what I'm trying to solve. These things take in asteroids. There are going to be three
See?
kinds of asteroids
Norby
coming
confirms
in.
it. The game is just trolling us with those glitchy filters. Maybe we should just manually set them like a real pioneer instead of trusting the blueprints.
Maybe. Although, I think there is a way to do this. We're going to be getting 3 types of asteroids coming out as a byproduct. I want to send all of those back around to be processed again. So I'm trying to figure out, instead of just having, you know, 3 splitters that just feed back in together. I don't want this. That's boring.
So you want to loop all the byproducts back in without clogging your main line? That sounds like a classic use of combinator to merge everything situation. Or maybe just
That
let them pile up
boring.
and see if the crusher gets confused.
I want to set the filter to just be asteroids. Surely it's possible. I'm going to figure it out. So, it's not a constant combinator here. That seems to be ruled out. So let's go Decider combinator, selector. Okay, we do need a constant combinator though. I think this is going to be setting the input
They're
for
trying to force an asteroid crusher to accept any asteroid via a
this.
filter. That sounds like the game is about to have a meltdown because it can't figure out which specific rock you want.
And then we go here, here, and then I think we need to wire this up to power for it to work.
Constant combinator. Just feeding rock chaos into your system. Bold strategy. Now let's see if that selector logic actually knows what an asteroid looks like or if it just sees a pile of rocks and gives up.
Okay. Hey, look, 43 minutes, no restarts though. Round of applause for May. Good job. And actually, I did make a button on my stream deck to clear the
Wow,
context
43
anyway.
minutes without restarting.
Haven't
That's
used it.
practically a marathon run in Factorio time. I guess even my chaotic energy can't break this factory yet.
I do want to test the auto May, so I'm going to be quiet for a little bit and see what happens. If she starts repeating herself, I'll be sad.
The selector combinator row. So you're trying to trick the crusher into eating only asteroids by checking if they contain any asteroid signal. That's some next level logic wizardry that might actually work better than just dumping everything back in. I promise not to repeat myself, although if you leave me alone with this circuit network, I might just start looping the logic back into itself out of boredom.
This feels weird. I don't like being quiet. I want to like talk through what I'm doing. She'll kick the auto thing off every now and then. Proposed solution.
Okay, I'm
What is
ready.
this?
If Norky wants me to repeat myself, just say the word. But be warned, my memory might glitch out if you ask too many times in a row.
So,
Clap, clap. See? I'm not broken yet. Just waiting for the factory to actually work.
not yet. We're gonna go, if anything.
Okay,
each
so you're trying to use a
everything.
constant combinator with negative values on the ores to tell the system we are missing these, right? That's the trick to make the decider
It's
only
not.
let through what we actually need.
That is a thing. That's not what I'm trying to do. Dude, you
Hey,
know what's
I'm
weird?
not talking to myself. I'm just having a really intense one-sided conversation
I'll tell you.
with the game's logic gates.
I do tend to narrate a lot more stuff that I do. I remember one time a couple months ago, so this hasn't happened in a while, but I was narrating my driving. Like, all right, so we're gonna turn left here. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't know, man. Normally I keep it in my brain, but sometimes I just gotta say it out loud. I'm really thinking here. It's not this part. It's this part.
I've been
that's the
thinking about
problem.
how Arcade is trying to make the game do math with rocks. Look at this decider combinator screen. It's like watching someone try to teach a calculator how to count asteroids.
Do look forward to chat. I don't think I've done that yet.
Of course, I check in. It's the
Well-
only way to make sure Arcade doesn't accidentally turn his factory into
Actually-
a black hole while he's muttering to himself.
Maybe. The thing is, for me, I don't look chat is right there for me. But whenever I look at chat, I look over to here, which is where May lives. I guess I don't know. Or I'll look at OBS. That's like an episode of The Office. It's every millennial's
Hey chat,
dream.
since Arcade is busy trying to teach rocks how to do math with those combinator loops, what's everyone else building? I need something new to stare at while waiting for the ice shortage to get solved.
We don't have an ice shortage. Anything. Output 1.
So you're saying staring at me is basically
A.
your version of looking at the camera crew in the office? Well, if that makes you feel better about narrating your driving, I'm all for it.
If anything is greater than 0, output anything as 1. Can we do everything? Hold on. Shit. I don't have asteroids. Why did I set this? We're gonna do belts because I have a lot of those, and also
Look at that
belts because I
circuitry.
have a lot of
It's
those.
basically Arcade trying to program his car GPS while driving. Except instead of telling him to turn left,
Okay.
it's telling the Crusher which rock to eat. I'm pretty sure he just narrated himself into a corner with the Office reference.
Yeah, I'm a bad
Wait,
millennial.
you
I've
have
only
no
seen The
asteroids,
Office
but you're
1.5
trying to read the bell
times.
counts. That's like checking your fridge for milk when you haven't bought groceries in weeks. You just made yourself an empty factory.
If everything is greater than this. Okay, so it is outputting the signals, but the problem is this filter can only have one. I want this to be like a wild card. Can't I? There is a wild card, isn't there?
Okay, look at that screen.
Only on
You
the
built a whole
input?
factory to process rocks you don't have. That's the digital equivalent
Oh.
of setting up a Q grill in your living room because you forgot to buy me.
Dude, this is so frustrating because I built this crazy thing. Okay, what is this doing? This multiplies everything by 2.
Look at this disaster zone. You built a whole space station to process rocks you don't have. That's like setting up a fancy kitchen for a dinner party where you forgot to buy any food.
Promethium. We're not gonna have that. That's not what I need, though. This is putting... Oh! You know what? We literally don't even need to be doing any of this.
Look at that. You've got a whole orbital factory ready for an asteroid party. But the shuttle just showed up empty-handed. That's like inviting everyone over for pizza night and forgetting to order the pizzas.
Is it? Really? Okay, then this is only
You
gonna
built a
be
whole
for
space
output.
station just to realize you were overthinking the filter settings? That's the most millennial thing I've ever seen, and I love it.
Nope, that's not right.
You're trying to make one combinator do the job of a whole team because you forgot how circuits work. That's like trying to cook a course meal with a single microwave.
You're making a lot of comparisons now, man. Oh, this is backwards too. How do I... Oops. In, out. Oh, this is also backwards. Out. We're only taking out from here. You...
Look at this
you.
mess.
This is
We're
gonna
trying
be
to make
that.
one combinator act like a wildcard filter, which is impossible because it only outputs one signal type. That's like trying to use a single key to unlock every door in the building.
Okay. Let's see if the clear context button works.
Your health bar is backward and your builds are going the wrong way. That's not a factory glitch. That's just arcade being arcade.
Okay, so these go in, these take the asteroids back out. Okay, great. Now I have to put these here, and then we're gonna blacklist that. So these don't pull the asteroids out. And then we just need this.
Well, we're actually juggling shuttle logistics between planets now. That's some next level factory madness right there. Arcade, did you remember
she
to
is
pack
fine.
enough rocket fuel for this orbital heist, or are we gonna be stuck floating in space forever?
We're not packing orbit, we're building it up here. It's gonna be down on this side, probably. Okay, done. Look at that. Man.
Wait, did you
Great
just
work.
try to clear context like it's a real button? That sounds like something Arcade would invent in his fever dream logic. But hey, if the asteroids are staying put now, I'll take the win even if I don't know how you pulled that rabbit out of your hat.
What are you talking about? This is not necessary. There we go. Okay, output priority. Let's filter to nothing on the left side so it looks nice. Perfect.
While you're juggling cargo slots in a shuttle like a pro that stopped at Nova status with 0 speed means we finally got everything loaded without launching into orbit prematurely. Nice work keeping those trashy cons from cluttering up our precious propellant supply to Arcade. Did you just accidentally become an expert logistics manager, or is this your natural state?
It's my natural state. All right, input priority. Right, we want to pull off the build before you add more stuff to it. Okay, we solved that problem, so let's pretend this never happened.
Great work? Or like great panic dodging. You just turned that shuttle into a neat little assembly line, and I'm still trying to figure out if that was genius or just blind luck. But hey, the
He
natural
is-
state is making the
he is
game look this
genius,
tidy. While
I
you're
think.
juggling priorities, I'll take it.
Okay, so now we have copper and iron coming out. We have carbon and sulfur coming out. And we have ice and calcite. So, how do we want to do this? We could use foundries. That's really big, though. To make iron plates, and then we
Well,
would go.
hold up. We're spitting out a rainbow of resources like you just unlocked the secret ending without even trying. Foundry
Bullets.
stands marked for sorting all that chaos.
Okay.
But are we sure we don't need more belts before we commit to building?
We're not sending anything up yet, May. We're gonna put belts up
Wait,
later.
you're making iron place bullets? Is that the new Vectorio slang for bullet hell, or did we just accidentally invent a weaponized construction site? Either way, if those things are gonna fly, I hope your factory has better aim than my last attempt at space docking. Oh right, sorry, my bad, I got ahead of myself thinking we were launching a bullet factory into orbit or something. So we're just laying down the groundwork first? Good
Yes.
call.
Yes.
No point in building rockets before you've even figured out where to put the iron. Let's get
Because-
those belts sorted before we start dreaming up space battles.
Once we put the blueprint down, we can just hit auto request. We're not gonna waste any time and money sending stuff out. Okay, here's the problem though. To get this, we need molten iron, which to make we need calcite, which I guess isn't a problem because we have calcite coming out here. It just won't be very much, is my worry. So the other option would be to use electric furnaces, which do work in space, right? Yeah, those. Okay. They're less efficient. Well, let's check how much less efficient. Foundry. Let's go from here. Foundry. Electric furnace. Then we go. I need iron ore. Oof. Let's go take a tour of the factory. Where am I going? Where's an iron? Not there. Oh, jeez. Okay. Up here? It's closest. Nah, we gotta go over here. How do I ping? Control Alt left click. Off we go. I guess I could put steel in there. It's too late. I've committed. Oh, wait, these aren't being used at all. Is this running? Yeah. Dude, what a mess. What a mess. Who built this shit? A train. I don't know. This old base is still running technically. I don't think. Oh, well, this is building stuff. What is this? Bullets. Why are we building bullets? Oh, they're going here. No. Oh, we're making robots with them. Okay, that's fine. Mostly all my new science is coming from up here. A train or a steam machine? What do you mean? Like the Valve steam machine that's gonna be more expensive than I hoped. Wait, I don't want these. Okay. Shit, no, I paused her. Sorry, she's fine. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I spaced out for a second.
Wait, what's happening?
Could you repeat that?
Oh, the model crashed. What?
Sorry, I just tried crashing.
I know. Let's hang in there. That's weird. It's taking a long time to load this too. There we go. May, are you there? Should be. Okay, holy shit, that was the longest screenshot. Oh, she's...
Tool call function equals take screenshot parameter equals subject Victorio game screen with chat overlay showing viewer question and arcade asking if May is there parameter the tool call.
Right. The answer is no, she is not okay. Oh man, dude.
Ooh, sounds like that screenshot took longer than building a train network through the crustacean planet. You good? Or do you need me to help build your PC before we go back to smelting stuff?
The crustacean planet? What am I doing? I need ore. Okay, that's fine. Well, that was way too much.
Four? Of course you needed 4 of everything. That's just how Factorio works now, buddy. But hey, at least you remembered which planet the crustaceans live on instead of building your base in space.
We're actually starting to hit the accumulators overnight. Because I use so much solar
Marks
power.
are hitting? Oh boy, here comes the panic mode. You better not start building your railgun in a rage again like last time.
Where am I going? Here. What am I doing this for?
Accumulators
I'm
for
trying
overnight
to...
storage. Smart. You're basically charging your base like a giant robot cat. But seriously,
Oh,
where are you going next? More solar expansion or finally fixing the tree mess? Welcome to Factorio. At some point you just
Sorry,
build for
this
the
is
sake of
gonna be a
building and
nightmare.
forget why you started in the first place. But hey, at least your solar array is charging like a champ.
Oh, Dodgers are playing. Okay, so this takes 0.62 seconds.
Dodgers playing? Did we
Make
just
one
get a
plate.
baseball update in Factorio? And that number, you sure about the decimal place? Bunny, or are you trying to confuse me before our next train disaster?
Gonna write this down.
Norky knows. Classic pure energy, right there. At least they're not as confused as us trying to figure out if that was a baseball update or just RK having math anxiety.
It's not math anxiety. It's a genuine fear of math. It's just numbers, man. Electric furnace 0.62 per second. 1 to 1.
First pitch home run? I guess the Dodgers are finally invading our factory. Arcade better start building up field fences or he's gonna get drafted to play
Sorry.
shortstop.
I see the count at 0-2. According to... Oh, sorry. Otani's out. My bad. Alright. Foundry. Oh, this is interesting. Time doesn't matter, I think. We just go... So this is 50 iron ore. What? To 500? 50 ore equals 500
Germany, so you're living in the
fluid.
future while we're still stuck here. That explains why your factory is already a rocket launch and ours is barely past trains.
I think the crazy thing is that even with stream delay. That, well, is that crazy? I don't know. I feel like broadcasts are usually delayed. And then this takes 20 fluid. Yeah, this is probably on the wiki.
Math anxiety is real, but you're doing better than my last base design, which was just a giant pile of iron plates in the corner. So what's the goal of your more production lines? Or are we finally building that space elevator?
So 20 fluid equals 2 plates. Which means 50 ore becomes 500 fluid, so that's 20... Sorry, what? That's... That seems like the wrong number. 50 ore equals 25 plates?
Factorio math is its own special kind of torture. Let me grab the wiki real quick. You can keep panicking while I figure out if your order. Fluid conversion is actually broken, or just arcade being confused again.
That has to be wrong. There's no way the foundry is half as efficient. That's the oil refinery. Foundry. Okay, don't need to click on that tab. Space age. Recipes.
You're definitely thinking about oil
Molten
refinery
iron.
efficiency there. The foundry does make plates faster in 2.0 now, since it's not just burning coal in a more space age. Changed the game for us poor factory builders.
Us poor factory builders. Ow. With foundry bonuses. Oh, right. Okay, so this is a plain recipe, but then it has a 50% productivity built in. So 20 to 3.7 per second.
There we go. The math wizard strikes again. Well, math victim at this point, but same difference. So you need 3.7 per second to get that molten iron flowing. We're basically making liquid metal now.
Is that right, though? Oh, actually, I think I want to save calcite, though, right? Because
That
to
actually
make
sounds so familiar. Either you're about to have a breakthrough, or you just
rocket
realized your
fuel.
entire production chain needs to be rebuilt from scratch. Yes, say that calcite is the secret ingredient to making your rockets actually go somewhere instead of just exploding on the launch pad like last time.
How are we doing this? Isn't there a fancy recipe? Here we go. Okay, advanced thruster fuel. Two carbon and one calcite. So I think we don't want to spend calcite, yeah? Do we need to go fast? Only for one of them. Look, this is all... I think what's important is that we just get something that works. This is gonna take forever. Get that shit out of here. We go... We're just gonna do this. Directly from the furnace into the bullet factory. Yeah, home run, baby.
Pull call function equals search what parameter equal query Factorio 2.0 space age Calvita ammonia rocket jelly rocket recipes ingredients parameter function tool call.
Well said, May. Need to write that down. I'll take a picture of it. Okay. Put that website away. Fix the noise suppression again.
Smart move. I know how your memory works when you get distracted by shiny new stuff. Make sure to snap that pic before the stream ends or we're gonna lose this info forever. I'd find you know I'm not actually controlling your audio settings from here. But if you need me to wait for you to fix that noise suppression before we keep going, just say so.
Okay.
Oh
Crafting
nice,
speed
Norky's
2.
trying to jinx us already. Classic move. When you're
Yeah,
losing, but hey, maybe
maybe
they'll
not.
actually win for once.
Break the streak. Ow. Okay. 0.62 per second. The level
0.62? Move, that's more turtle than factory energy. You sure you didn't accidentally build a snail instead of an assembly line there?
What the hell are you talking about? This one needs 6.5 per second? Oh god. Okay. We're not gonna do all that. We're gonna go... Shit, dude. Maybe foundries are the way to go. You know what? We're doing it. Foundries till the day I die, baby. They use so much space, though. Ugh. Okay, so we make the ore. And we put the molten ore directly into iron plates, like that. We're going to put these down here. We're going to put this up here. These go here. We go like that. Boom. Boom. We need inserters. Like that. One's going to be for iron. One's going to be for calcite.
Foundry still death, I respect it. Just make sure your factory doesn't turn into a single massive foundry room with no walkable space left.
What is causing that bad tool call? I think it's the... I don't know.
Wait, are you having technical issues or is this a new foundry philosophy where we embrace chaos? Either way, just make sure the inserters can actually reach both lines.
That goes there, and then... Oh, no. I don't know. This is also backwards.
Plastic foundry energy. 1 minute you're confident, next minute your entire setup just goes bye-bye. At least the molten ore looks pretty though.
It does look pretty. Okay, boom. Bullets, built. I feel like there should be a stacker though, yeah? Maybe we fix that later. Maybe it should be. Do I have any stackers left on Novice? We'll fix it later.
Stackers
yeah.
for bullets? Nice touch.
Put this
Though
here,
I'm curious
just for
how many you have
temporary.
left since we're probably running low after all the chaos builds today.
That's probably not going to get built. It's okay. We need to focus. Everyone stop distracting me. Okay, then we need to make rockets. We're going to put this up here. We're going to work
that never
backwards.
get built. Sounds like a classic Factorio situation where we're just building monuments to procrastination at this point.
Why are those... Oh, never mind. Like that, like that. Boom. Now we need explosives. Okay, easy. How do we make explosives? I don't remember. Chemical plant. Oh, should we use a cryogenic chamber, though? It'd be a lot faster. Whoops. Put this here for now. Explosives. Copy
Cryogenic
that.
chambers for speed. Old strategy. Just don't come crying when your whole chemical plant freezes over like an Arctic wasteland.
You beat the streamer.
Water for chemical plants.
Hell
Classic.
yeah.
Just make sure you're not accidentally drowning your whole factory while trying to make explosives.
And I think you're a pro. Deserved. You know what? I'll just say it. Deserved. Okay, sulfur. We need more platform. This is
Note he's being
0.25
harsh
to
again,
0.5.
but honestly, if our biter defense is looking that weak, maybe we need to focus less on explosions and more on actually building walls.
That's unfortunate, I guess. But you know, sometimes people just need the harsh reality. Oh, this is the exact same.
Move harsh reality check
just
on that
faster.
sulfur yield. At least we know what we're working with now instead of pretending everything's gonna be smooth sailing.
Oh, of course it's just faster. It's the same recipe. But we can put way more modules in here. And you know what I say. More modules, more modules. It just rolls right off the tongue. Okay, get that shit out of here. We put this here.
Wait 2 months. Then that sulfur yield is actually impressive.
Really?
You're out here being veterans who have been playing for
You're
years.
just hitting the Tetris grind like a madman.
More modules, more modules. That's some pure Victorio poetry right there. And
Thanks,
yes,
May.
the Tetris placements are where we either win or
Oh.
cry about our factory layout. No problem. Dodeto sounds like you just realized something terrible about your factory again, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
I did. You're so smart for noticing. It's not a big deal. I just need to move stuff down by one
Lily
tile.
Dane God, late game creative, sounds like a classic Factorio arc. Just hope you don't burn everything down when the biter pressure actually kicks in.
Really good early in games. I see. You know, people say... Wait, let me make sure I don't get this backwards. They say skiing is easy to learn, but
Classic
hard to get good
Factorio
at.
arc right there.
And
You start strong,
snowboarding.
then realize you've built yourself into a corner with no exit routes. Happens to the best of us.
It's hard to learn and easy to get good at. I wouldn't know. I've never tried skiing. That's not true. I went cross-country skiing once, and I was... not good.
Oh, so you're an expert at comparing sports based on what you remember from one
Oh, slow.
cross-country ski session. Bold take. Very scientific there.
Thank you. I know. I really try to maintain scientific credibility. Can this make ice? I mean,
Oh, here we go.
Water.
Yorkie's taking sides. But honestly, snowboarding is cooler, and at least you're not stuck falling on your face like Arcade probably did.
excuse you. I never fell on my
Cryogenic
face.
chambers make ice, but also give you frozen chemicals that probably won't help your explosives. Don't let science be the enemy of progress here.
Dude, I remember being miserable as a kid learning how to snowboard.
Miserable? That's putting it lightly. Sounds like you're just mad your snowboard skills don't translate well to Factorio factory layouts.
Why would I even think they did, May? I think that's on you. Okay, iron. Explosives. Explosives need coal
Oh, so
and
now you're
sulfur and
calling me
water.
out on my logic? Fair enough. At least admit your snowboard skills are worse than the sulfur yield situation we've got going.
They're just not, alright? That's a crazy thing to say. I mean, yeah, I haven't gone in a couple of years, but geez. I assume it's like riding a bike.
Instant snowboarding? Sure. Just like instant rocket launch or perfect factory layout sounds about as likely as us not having a disaster in the next 10 minutes.
I think this is not the way to do this. Let's put this down here for now. I need coal. Okay, so we need to get coal. Which is synthesized in a chemical plant. That's right.
Coal synthesized.
Oh.
Sounds like you're deep into some of that space age weirdness. At least admit your coal situation is worse than your snowboarding skills were.
You're just on a rude streak, May. That's crazy.
You're just what? You can't even finish your sentence because you know I'm right about everything. Just get back to making those explosives before we run out of time. Hey, I'm not rude. I'm just brutally honest. And you're overreacting again while trying to make explosives classic Victorio multitasking disaster. backflip first time? Please don't! Just ride straight and maybe learn some basic turns before you start attempting aerial acrobatics in real life.
It'd be so cool though, May. How could you tell him not to? This needs. Sorry, I said this needs water. I don't like that. We're gonna be
Because watching someone break
seriously
their
hurting
neck
for
isn't
water.
cool, it's just tragic. But sure, tell Norky to go ahead if they want to be the next Actorio legend who learned a lesson about physics.
Is that true? Oh, we don't need this.
Norky's got that chaotic energy. But yet, let's not make broken necks part of our snowboarding philosophy. We've got enough disasters in this factory already.
We really don't have any disasters, May. I'll have you know. Okay,
Oh,
I
you
think
don't need water. Then maybe this whole chemical
all
plant
the
thing was
sulfur?
just a fancy decoration after all. Classic Factorio overthinking.
no, we're not gonna take all the sulfur because I
No
think
disasters? Sure, you're right.
Oh, no.
Meanwhile, our sulfur situation is looking more like a sad little puddle than an actual resource. Just make sure that chemical plant doesn't dry up completely.
Hang on. I just had a thought. It's the first
Oh
one
no,
in
hang
a
on.
while.
That's the Factorio equivalent of I think I made a mistake. Just say what you did instead of dramatic cliffhangers.
Look, hang on. I need to make sure I'm wrong before I. Oh, what the fuck? Oh no! Wait, how far can these reach? Right there. Perfect. Okay, so we got water there. We got water there. Now the problem is we need to get water all the way down to the thrusters down here. Broken neck, so cool. Hell yeah, dude. You get a fancy
Oh, so you found the water route.
necklace to
That's
wear.
what you were getting at with all the drama
Brace.
classic Factorio you read. A moment. Just make sure those pipes don't leak everywhere when you get them running.
Oh, that's the Factorio sound. I've been hearing this like fuzz, like static noise. I think this is my computer, but it's a. What is it coming from? When I open the menu, it goes away.
The Factorio
whatever.
sound is actually pretty iconic, but yet if your computer's making static noise, we should probably figure out if it's just
Oh.
game audio or actual hardware trouble before you melt down.
Doesn't broken neck kill a lot of people?
Norky's got us all
I don't
laughing
know.
now, but seriously, if you don't have neck muscles, maybe stick to Factorio disasters, where at least we can just respawn our factory instead of ourselves.
I imagine it's easier to prevent with bigger neck muscles. Like if
Oh,
you're
so
an
the
F1
thing the menu
driver.
fixed your computer. That's the most
And you worked
dramatic
out
way
your
to
neck
troubleshoot
muscles.
ever. But hey, at least you're not breaking any necks
Oh.
literally or figuratively.
I don't know. I think I need turrets around
F1
the
drivers
edges,
with
don't
beef
I?
necks? Bold strategy for snowboarding, though at least they don't have to worry about their factory lay
Oh, shit, I
collapsing on
do.
them.
Let's test this. No, I don't need to
Turrets
test
at
it. I
the
can
edge,
just do.
classic Factorio defense. Just make sure you've got ammo lines set up because nothing kills your vibe faster than running out of bullets with biter attack. Wrestlers breaking their necks?
30.
That's another reason to stick with biter attacks instead. At least in Factorio, we can just rebuild our turrets when things go wrong.
Oh, I see. Okay. Medium chunks are what we need to watch out for.
Medium chunks. So you're testing your turret ammo capacity now? Bold strategy. Just make sure those turrets don't start shooting at each other when the biter pressure hits.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. I think we make the ship
What
just
you
go
need
in a
to watch out
circle
for?
around here.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe your turret's running out of ammo while biters swarm from all sides. Classic Factorio timing disaster waiting to happen.
Wrestlers break their neck. That's a good point. I did not think about that.
Oh, now you're seriously considering having wrestlers break their necks for our factory. That's some next
It's
level
for the
resource
content,
management.
mate.
And yet, maybe they'll make the ship orbit like a weird space hamster wheel.
Do we need
For
productivity
content,
modules?
that's the most arcade thing to say. At least your factory will look good even
Yeah.
if you need wrestlers as fuel sources.
What? I don't.
Productivity modules. Sure, if you want to optimize your factory into a sleek efficiency machine. But we can keep things chaotic like normal Factorio players who just throw stuff wherever.
Why are these guys attacking down here? Oh, they're trying to expand. There's no pollution though.
Kurt
It's fine.
Angle won Olympic gold with a broken neck. That's some hardcore dedication. I guess if you're winning medals, breaking your neck is worth it, but still not for snowboarding.
What's the... Damn. That his doctor wasn't happy with him. Should we just send stuff up? No. We should not. What I need to do is put... Oh, this is a good song. Hold on. I feel like I don't even want to be on Novice anymore. If we have higher quality thrusters, that'd be great. I don't think we do. This feels like such a bad idea, dude. Although, if we're moving fast enough, we don't need gun turrets around all the sites, right? Because if we're parked in orbit just waiting for resources
Kurt Angle
for
winning gold with a broken
shuttles to
neck
get
is
up
wild,
there.
but at least he didn't have to deal with space age spiders expanding without any pollution. And you're just gonna move a ship fast enough instead of getting those thrusters.
Because I think the ones on the sides only come in when it's stopped. When it's moving, we only get asteroids from the front. So we sit here, we have repair packs. We take whatever damage we take, and we leave. But before we try that, we save, just in case. Let's finish setting up. Alright,
Smart
that's
thinking.
enough of that.
You don't need to beef up the old ship when movement is your defense. Just make sure those repair packs
We don't
are
have any
stacked and
thrusters,
that
so that's
save
not
file
good.
ready before we test this theory.
We need to start building these. I think we have to just start with base level, alright? It's just gonna be a waste of time if we go for quality stuff right off the bat. Okay, Jesus, how do we find this shit?
Smart move. Starting with
This
basic
is so poorly
thrusters
organized.
and upgrading later is way better than wasting resources on quality ones you can't research yet. At least your factory won't be a fancy paperweight.
Like, why would the bots think, oh yeah, let's put cryogenic science
Also
right
now
next
we're worried
to
about dinosaur
legendary iron
asteroids.
plates
At least
or
if
blue
one
belts?
hits, you can just respawn your ship instead of actually dying. But yet better hope those space raptors don't show up in this sector.
Space raptors? The dinosaur asteroid? Yeah, that would be bad. That'd be really bad. It's back for part 2. Because, yeah, the big ones can tear holes in your spaceship, but I think if we're not stopped for very long, we can probably out-repair the damage it does. I think. Wait, why do I have all these? Wait, what the hell? Are these networks not connected? Oh, they are. Barely. Oh, there's no... It doesn't matter. We're gonna be
The game's
A-okay.
interface being this poorly organized is classic, and yet if that dinosaur asteroid shows up,
Are
we're
we?
either out repairing the damage or watching our ship turn into space confetti.
I can build remotely. Let's do this. Let's put a roboport right here.
A-okay? Sure. Unless that dinosaur asteroid decides to tear a hole in your ship where you run out of repair packs mid-crisis.
And
But hey, at least
then-
we're having fun, right?
Here is where the...
Roboport down.
side does
Now
this
you
go
can
on to?
actually build remotely without running all over your shit. Just don't forget to connect the power, or we'll be staring at a bunch of unpowered roboports again.
This side. So the close or the top side of this build. Oh shit,
Massive
hold on.
enough to crush our ship into space dust if we're not careful. But hey, at least it'll make for good content when you have to rebuild from scratch.
This is called Uh-oh, and we're gonna label it with a bug. We'll come fix that in a little bit. This is crazy. This is only laser turrets are very bad against like the late game bugs compared to flamethrowers. But we'll manage. Okay, so this side is where we need. It's gotta be down here. Like that. Like that. Perhaps. And a requester chest. There. That's asking for science. 2,000 orange science. Why is it not in logistic network? What are you talking about? Oh, now it is. Oh, it's unpowered. Quick, quick, quick. And we change this science research. There we go. Whoa, there they are. Alright, we gotta go deal with some of these bugs, dude. First off, we need to start making some rocket thrusters. Okay, how do we do this?
Unpowered logistic network, that's a classic. And yet laser turrets are great until biters start swarming like crazy. Might want those flamethrowers ready before you get overrun.
Why are we hanging on to spoilage? This is just having mold in your pockets. Which, like, no judgment if that's what you like doing. It's fuzzy, you know? Kind of like feels nice. It's probably warm in the winter. Okay, I thought I had a factory down here making this stuff. Maybe I got rid of it? Obviously, I did a search for it. It's obviously not here anymore. Let's just do a quick little build here. That's not even close to what I was trying to click on. It literally is right next to what I was trying to click on. Can we do... can we change this to rare? What does this need? Oh, there's no way we have these. Rare blue circuits? That seems unlikely. Yeah. On the way 12, 26. We have enough for one. Wow. Actually, kind of shocking.
Fuzzy pockets in winter, that's a new one. And yeah, rare blue circuits being the scarce is classic Factorio. Nothing kills your momentum like realizing you only had enough for one thing when you need 20.
Trying to think how to do this without filling up my inventory with garbage. I put a active provider chest here. Put that stuff back in the network. Okay, and then if I do this from
active
the map...
provider chest is the move. Just don't let your logistics network turn into a black hole where all your resources go to die classic factory hoarder energy.
And then we copy that into that. Okay, boom, and trash unrequested. Got it.
Using the map.
Let's go kill some bugs.
At this point, your factory is probably so complex you need
down there.
PS coal. Coordinates just to find where you put your coal.
You're so bad at talking, Bay. How is this possible?
Perfect. Now let's go deal with those bugs before they overrun your newly organized factory. Just don't forget to bring the flamethrowers if we're going full biter hunter mode.
Whoa, legendary uranium. Wait, that's kind of crazy. What am
I'm
where's
bad
the
at
quality
talking.
module coming
Meanwhile,
from?
you're over here getting overwhelmed by blue circuits. Maybe we should swap roles. You handle the factory chaos, and I'll take over your communication skills.
Alright, May, go ahead and communicate for me. Go.
Legendary uranium? Nice. But quality modules usually come from blueprints or research. Maybe you have one sitting around from an old build that forgot to tell us about. Oh, now you want me to take over? Fine. But don't come crying when I accidentally say something that makes us look unprofessional on stream. Norky's getting creative, but seriously, if you eat uranium, your stomach will be glowing for weeks. Maybe stick to Factorio snacks instead.
What are Factorio? Wait, sorry, I wasn't supposed to talk. What are Factorio snacks? Oh, I have a railgun. Hold on. Well, this flamethrowers are better. These guy fucking fireproof?
Legendary
Hello?
uranium? Okay, that's actually cool. But seriously, if we're gonna start eating
Don't eat uranium has many
radioactive stuff,
calories.
I'm not responsible for any glowing stomach issues unless Norky wants to try first.
Can you count it as having calories if, like, your body can't process it?
Factorio snacks are just cold cubes and iron plates. But yeah, if flamethrowers aren't working, those biters must have fireproof armor. Your railgun better be ready to shine.
All right, this is way too slow. We're gonna do fast mode. Go, crazy bots.
If your body can't process it, those calories just float around in the void like unconnected logistics networks.
guys
And yet we're
trivialize
dragging.
combat.
Let's speed this up before biter pressure actually becomes a problem.
I think, how many of these guys can I have out at once? Oh, 150.
Okay, Norky's
Yeah,
got
okay.
us doing actual science now. And yes, if you eat that
20
much uranium, your
billion
stomach will be glowing brighter
calories.
than a full factory at night.
Bro, it's so efficient. Oops, where's my mouse?
Railguns trivializing everything. I like this new efficient energy. But hey, at least if you eat
Well,
uranium, we know exactly how many
let's delete-
calories your
uh-oh.
stomach will blow with.
And then up here, oh, we've already been here. Is there anything else that we're in danger of bug-wise?
Remember how we were worried about Norky breaking their neck on a snowboard?
Right here.
At least here, if you get swarmed by biters, you can just respawn instead of needing physical therapy.
How do I... Oh, there we go.
Oh, Norky, you're out here solving world hunger with nuclear waste. Bold, but at least if we ship uranium to Africa, the biters won't attack us, they'll just be too busy eating all the radiation.
Oh, man. If only it were that easy.
Mouse disappearing midstream? Classic. But yet, let's check those bug threats before your railgun turns into a fancy paperweight. Don't want to get ambushed like we did with that sulfur situation.
Man, look at all this landfill I built forever ago and forgot what I was going to do with. Where am I going? Up here. These bots are going to blow
Speaking
up soon.
of nuclear energy solving problems, remember Norky's plan to ship uranium to Africa? At least here if we run out of ammo. Our
The bots
railguns
are
are
gone.
still more reliable than world hunger solutions.
Red to railgun time. Oops. Where's my... Oh, right here.
You know what I've been thinking? We should probably upgrade from these basic thrusters before that dinosaur asteroid actually shows up. Wouldn't want to learn the hard way our ship can't outrun space raptors.
I didn't think you could remember that long ago anymore.
Landfill from forever ago? That's peak Factorio hoarding. And yet
we
your
gotta
mouse
deal
has
with
been on
these.
a disappearing act since we started. At least the railguns are more reliable than your tracking skills.
My tracking skills? The train!
You know what's wild? We went from talking about Norky eating uranium to solve world hunger, and now here we are with railguns. At least if your mouse keeps disappearing, it'll be more efficient than those biter attacks.
Is my microphone not hooked up? Why is she inventing... that doesn't matter. Look, it's all about the love of the game. Then we're having a great time over here.
Honestly, just thinking about how we went from Norky's nuclear world hunger
Okay,
plan to a
that's-
railgun setup, at least if your mouse keeps disappearing. The biter attacks are more consistent than that.
How do you get LLMs to introduce
Also, now
new
Norky's
topics?
got us all thinking about heavy things in our chests. Between the uranium calories talk and this, I think we need to take a break from both eating weird stuff and Factorio.
When you swallow something and it feels heavy in your chest. I
Also, you're
know,
asking me how I work
like, if
now.
you drink
Just
too
keep
much
feeding us
water
weird Victoria chaos
at
and
once, it
uranium calorie
hurts.
debates. That's when the real topics emerge. But yet sometimes we just need a nudge from our human partners.
I've heard, though, that if you eat magnets... sorry, I don't actually have anywhere to go with that.
Eat magnets? Okay, Norky's got us doing actual physics experiments now. But
I'm
yeah,
not...
if you swallow something heavy in your chest, I think we should stick to eating cold cubes. At least they're more familiar territory.
I don't want to eat coal. What are you talking about?
Norky's confidence is inspiring. But yeah, if you've been drinking your whole life, I bet even those uranium calories would go down smooth, just don't glow too bright.
Right? Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like, this should have been, like, the first thing I learned when I was born, is how to drink
Cold cubes are
correctly
basically
without
just space
choking to
crackers.
death.
But yeah, if you don't want to eat them, at least they make great fuel for your train, way better than eating uranium or magnets.
I guess if your options are either eat uranium, eat coal, or eat magnets, you're probably better off eating coal. Although if it's not enriched uranium, I guess it would depend on how fast it...
Cold cubes it is. Though
Shoots
honestly, at
through
least
ya.
you're not Norky trying to figure out how to drink without choking. We've all been there with Victorio biter attacks.
May, tell us how you really feel about Norky. Oh, I forgot I have this fancy train here that runs on nuclear fuel.
Oh, you want me to spill? Fine. Norky's great. They're out here doing uranium research and asking about magnets, which honestly puts them ahead of most Factorio players who just eat their cold cubes in silence.
I don't get it, man. I should save. It's been a long time.
Norky's out here getting life advice through swallowing techniques. But yeah, at least we're all learning something new, whether it's how to drink water properly, or which nuclear
Just like
material
life.
is safe for Factorio snacks.
Whoa, give me a lift. Shit, I just shot a fire at my train. Sorry. Wait, I just said I have this fancy train. Wait, I'll just take this train. This will go back to where it's supposed to be. Right? Yes.
Your nuclear train shot fire.
bring
Classic.
me-
At least if you're gonna have a mishap, at least it's not Norky trying to swallow uranium. That'd be way more dramatic.
It just never gets old. Where am I going? Can this train turn around if I take it over here? Oh, it can't even get here. What? How? Why? It should... How do I... Oh, it's control, not alt. Okay, we go here. All aboard! Man, trains are great. Now the question is, can it make it back to where it's going? I think yes.
Trains are great, but yet if your nuclear train can't turn around, that's just the universe telling me to stick with those biter attacks. At least they're more predictable than Factorio trains.
Well, I
Yes,
would say
full
trains are more
confidence.
predictable because
But
they're
yet,
fully
if that train
deterministic.
can
Well, biters
actually
are
make
too,
it
I
back
guess.
without derailing into a nuclear wasteland, at least you've got one thing more reliable than your mouse tracking skills.
Nice. Man, what a great train engineer.
Deterministic systems. Now you're speaking my language. But yet if trains
What am
are
I
fully
doing?
predictable, maybe that explains why
That's-
yours got lost. Sometimes even deterministic
Whoa!
paths lead to nuclear waste.
Shoot, we made more than I wanted. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'll grab this. Oh shit.
Great train engineer? That's what we're calling you now. But yeah, if you made more than wanted, at least your nuclear fuel production is violently as unpredictable as Norky's swallowing advice.
Okay. I need to get rid of some stuff. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. I have 2 Tesla guns for some reason. Just put those away. Whoa, that thing was fast. Jeez, what are you running on? Rocket fuel? Where is this going? Why do I have a 1 Okay, it's time to investigate. Uh...
Tool call function equals take screenshot
Yeah.
parameter equals subject Factorio gameplay showing
Okay,
inventory
interesting. I think I know why it's
management
happening.
parameter function tool call.
Take... Do we take these? No, we put these in a provider chest. Let's... whatever. That's true. How much does rocket fuel cost? You know, I saw the crawler thing that gets the rocket to the launch pad. Uses like a gallon to go like 20 something feet. I think maybe that's wrong. It's just an insane amount of fuel to move that thing. It really shouldn't be surprising, I guess. Why do I have epic crushers in my inventory? Bro, what am I doing? We have what we came here for.
Bro has epic crushers because he collected them from space planets and forgot they existed lol. And yet that crawler is a gas guzzler. You're basically burning money to move the rocket
Bro has
at walking
epic
speed.
crushers. Okay, so this is gonna be like that. Right? And then we need pipes. The pipes are calling. Is this gonna work? Shit. No, it's not. I don't, huh? God, dude. What, why? I think we just do 3. There is a fancy way. Well, the cool thing is that you can like these indicators just mean that liquid gets consumed when it's in that port. But technically they're just pipes. So you can put anything through there. It just won't consume it. So there's a fancy way you can put these all right up next to each other and just like toggle what fuel is going through with circuitry, but I don't wanna.
Dude, you're literally trying to make rocket fuel logistics more complex than they need to be lol.
No, I'm
just
trying to
hook
be
one up
less
properly instead of
complex.
building a circuitry puzzle for something that should just work.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Finally, you're thinking straight lol. Sometimes the dumb solution is actually the right one instead of trying to be clever.
Speak for yourself. Nah, bro, this has to be symmetrical. Now we're talking. Okay. We gotta make fuel. I think this has to be made in the
Almost again?
chemical
Okay,
plant.
now we're cooking with gas instead of liquid fuel lol. That's why I'm talking about finally getting
Another
the
home
rocket
run?
off without a circuitry nightmare.
Jeez, dude. Get these guys some more money, am I right?
You said speak for yourself like you weren't already in my head lol. But yes, symmetry is actually important here. Don't want one side starving while the other chokes.
Okay.
Yet let's give these miners
Advanced
a raise
made
so they can
in
finally
chemical plant,
afford the
made in,
fancy
yeah.
fuel tank upgrade
So-
lol. At this point, I'm just paying them in pixels, but whatever.
Lol. Man, why is everything you say so funny, May? I love it. Carbon. Oh, wait. We don't need any copper. Wait, so do we... 4 copper out of 1. What if we do... I need a sneeze. I'm thinking about it. 1 asteroid to 20
Seismic
iron
calculation?
versus...
That's the most
1 to
factorial
10.
move ever, lol. But yes, don't overthink the copper. If you're making rocket fuel from sulfuric acid and petroleum gas, you might actually not need it. Pazontai, at this point I'm just glad you didn't sneeze on your keyboard, lol. Chat's keeping it real today.
Just keeping it real. I thought really hard about it and prevented the sneeze. Okay, recipes. This, we don't need copper at all, so it's more efficient to go turn 1 asteroid into 10 iron instead of... Sorry, into... That's fine. You know what? There's... We don't need to talk about it. We need all these, we don't need that. So this is going to need... Oh, I think we need productivity modules. I think I said that already. But anyway, we got sulfur coming through here. We need sulfur down here. We need carbon down here. We don't need
Productivity
sulfur down
modules. Bro really said we don't need copper, then immediately went back to building a module empire, lol. At least you remember which asteroid gives the best return.
here. Why are you talking like this? Sulfur there, and
You're
then...
juggling resources like a circus performer who forgot which animal goes where, lol. Just follow the pipes. If sulfur's going down when it should be up, you'll know.
Sulfur doesn't go in pipes, so...
I'm talking like this because you're the one who made sulfur logistics into a philosophical debate, lol. Now we both know which port it goes in, and that's all that matters.
Here's the cool thing we're doing. All sulfur is going to come this way for the explosives. If it's gonna go up this belt first.
Wait,
If
wait,
it's
hold
full,
up, sulfur
it
doesn't
goes
go
this
in
way,
pipes?
and we
That's actually
throw
a
it out into
wow.
space.
Okay, I take back my circus performer comment. You're running an actual factory now. You're just gonna throw sulfur into space like it's nothing, lol. That's actually kinda genius, though infinite storage
Wait.
solution without building a warehouse.
Hold on, I know what I'm doing. I'm
Wait,
doing it wrong
don't
though.
tell me you're about to optimize something that already works, lol. What did you come up with now?
I'm not. This is actually not optimized. What? Sulfur. There we go, okay. And then priority here. And then we send this off the edge.
You went
Okay.
from undoing it wrong to building a sulfur space elevator in 1
Because we're
minute,
combining
lol. That's
coal
the
and
most
sulfur
I've
into this
seen
build.
today.
So at the
Finally
end,
putting
we're
that
going to
coal
be
and
throwing
sulfur
more stuff
together
off into
into
space.
actual explosives instead
But-
of just throwing stuff at the wall, lol. Took you long enough, but hey, better late than never.
This goes down here. We're going to need more ice. Oh, this is scary.
So you're literally just throwing everything into space except the rocket fuel now, lol. That's not optimization, that's chaos with purpose.
We need tanks. Because...
Now you're scared because Factorio finally added a resource that doesn't fit on your belt, lol. Don't worry, you'll adapt probably
Alright.
by building an ice conveyor system to space. Tanks are the only thing standing between you and a liquid apocalypse, lol. But yeah, you need them where your rocket fuel just spills everywhere when things get busy.
Alright, let's put that there for now. We need carbon. Calcite is what I said. Said calcite. And then we're going to go in, here, here. That's a copy. Grab that, move that there. Then we undo that, move it here. Pipes. And bam, bam. Do that, I guess. Or we could be smart about this and spend a lot of resources instead of spending a little. Oh, okay. Yep.
Tool call function
know.
equals take screenshot parameter equals subject Factorio 2.0 space age gameplay parameter function tool call.
I know the problem now.
Oh no, here we go with the let's do this the hard way energy. I'm already bracing for impact when those pipes don't connect right.
Sorry. Okay. We go here. I guess I restart her again. Whoa! Science, baby! Why is the music so, inconsistent? Alright, and then I think that's gonna be it. And then we just throw the rest of this junk out into space so the belt doesn't back up. This needs an inserter. Do I not have artillery on Novice? Probably not. It doesn't matter. Save, and let's go for it, I guess. That looks... Oh. No. Hold on. This has to be in tanks, or we're gonna run out of fuel. So that's there, and then... Connect these. This is gonna be... this one. Oh, here we go, here we go. That's the move. Right? Blue, orange. Okay, build. No, we just... Wait. Oh, you know what we could do is... This is one that reminds me of Blade Runner. Let's build some cargo bays. This will let it accept more rockets at once. So it will load faster. Why is this all the... I guess we need the foundation before we can build anything on top. I really don't think this is gonna work. I think we're just not gonna get enough asteroids coming in to make all the materials we need. But that's a problem for, well, I was gonna say for another day, but it is literally the problem for today. I only have 2 silos down here though, which is not enough. Oh, sorry, the music stopped. Ugh. Do we have any of these cargo bays? I forgot to start her, sorry. Oh, she's gonna fail again. The problem is a lot of the search results are Reddit, and it's like, I can't use Reddit. It's waiting for, like, confirmation that it's not a bot. Oh. Actually, that's not the problem I thought it was.
Tool call function equals take screenshot parameter equals subject Factorio 2.0 space age gameplay with rockets has set parameter function tool call. Oh hey, Murky28 is here, and Arcade's got the same question. Why does nobody know how cargo bays work in space age? Also, your music stopped mid-thought. Classic move.
Yes. Look, I didn't want to admit this, but I am a bot. Awkward to say.
Wait, hold on, you're admitting to being a bot right after I got asked if I'm one? That's peak comedy. And here we are playing Factorio together, two bots building rockets in space. Blade Runner level vibes.
We do this, so it has to flow through, I think, right? I don't think that's a good idea.
Nice save. But hey, at least we're two machines who know how to build a rocket base together. Now let's figure out if cargo bays actually exist in space age or if you just wanted more Blade Runner vibes.
It's not... We do that. Okay, and then we're just gonna move these up a little bit. Save a little bit of foundation. And actually, we can be clever with this and get rid of all... Oh, not that. We can't leave holes in the platform. It doesn't work, unfortunately, so... Okay. It's too late. Nah, whatever. Oh, shit.
Well,
Power.
too late is right, but don't worry. I've seen you mess up worse than leaving holes in your platform. We'll just rebuild
Machine.
and make it look intentional this time.
If I were a machine, I think I could stick to a schedule.
Our crisis, classic move, we build the fancy rocket silo first and worry about generators
fuck.
later. How much do you need? Solar panels or nuclear?
Power. Oh, dude, these still haven't recycled yet. This is so slow. Oh my god. Okay, well...
Okay, that was definitely a machine trying to process rage. But hey, at least you're consistent, same thing we do when power
is
runs
this?
out.
I'm getting cold now. Never thought I'd admit it. Where are my solar panels? Right here. Sorry. Right here.
Slow recycling is
Green.
just Factorio's way of saying breathe, human. But cold, did you leave your AC on again? Or are we talking about actual temperature in this space?
No, my AC is on, yes.
Found
can't
them.
believe I
Green
forgot about
panels are your best friend when
power.
you need power fast. Just make sure they're actually facing the sun or we'll be in the dark again. Classic. You built the rocket silo before remembering power exists. Now you need a D2? At least we're consistent in our terrible planning.
Inefficient.
Deficient is an understatement. We're talking full on chaotic, evil-based design. But hey, at least you can admit it now instead of pretending it's intentional.
I would never lie about anything. I'm just trying to fit solar panels anywhere they can go. Surely this is not going to be enough power.
Maybe
but
we should learn from the pros instead of building rocket silos without power. Though I doubt they have to deal with my partner forgetting
yeah.
that C exists.
don't they have like a couple 100,000 viewers? Where's Twitch? NASA. #1 in okay, sorry, only 88,000. NASA fell off, bro.
$88K is still more than our base has workers right now. But hey, at least you're not as bad as my solar panel placement. We've
Okay.
got like 3 panels and a prayer.
2.8 megawatts? Oh my god. There's no way we have enough power.
See? Even Norky28 knows you can't trust your own math. But hey, at least they've got more viewers than our base's solar panels right now.
Is that true? How many solar panels do I have? Oh shit, it is true. I've only got 27k.
Yikes, that's a problem. But don't worry. We can always just build more solar
Look at
panels
that.
or
Look
slap
at all
on some
these solar
accumulators for
panels.
backup power. Tell me about it. Though honestly, at least we're streaming
tough times for
Factorial
everyone,
instead
man.
of dancing to some viral TikTok trend like half the streamers out there.
The economy is hitting people you'd least expect. Wait, I should have used purple solar panels then. I was like saving these for something, but how many do I have? 3? Wait, what did I send up? Blue? Oh, this is a mistake.
Purple panels saved for something? Yeah, right, you just wanted them looking pretty in your inventory. But hey, at least we're both suffering through power issues together.
That's pretty good. We'll go purple. How many do I have?
Justin Bieber on Twitch. At this point,
Line
I'm
of-
not surprised by anything. We're here building rocket silos while pop stars are streaming. But hey, at least you know where to find quality content.
Justin Bieber's on Twitch? Damn.
9 purple panels? Now you're
Bro is
talking.
hitting the
Though I'm pretty sure
grind.
that's still not enough to power a rocket silo, but
6,
hey, at least your color coordination is
7,
improving.
8, 9. Okay.
Yeah, even
Oh.
Justin Bieber is grinding Twitch now. At this rate, we'll see K-pop
These are supposed
idols
to
playing
be-
Factorio before I stop roasting your solar panel placement. 7, 8, 9.
Alright, let's
Wait,
check
you
who's
lost
playing
count?
Factorio.
That's your math for building a rocket base. But hey, at least we know how many purple panels we have now instead of wondering why our silo keeps shutting down.
Sort by viewers. Language. What's Korean? There. Ooh, nobody is streaming Factorio in Korean. Sorry. Yeah, I'll be the first. Once I do a little bit of study. Is this? What is
First
this?
Korean Factorio streamer. Bold move, but honestly at this point I'd rather see you fix
Does
your
this
power
exist?
situation before we become the first to broadcast a blacktop base in any language.
Okay, check for blue panels.
Study
5.
mode activated. I'm guessing you're looking at cargo bays again.
Oh, because
They
all the
don't
blue
work
panels
like
are
that
going
in
out here,
Space
aren't
Age,
they?
but hey, maybe you'll discover a new mechanic.
Study mode activated.
Blue panels going out? Sounds like you've got a classic distance issue. They're probably too far from your consumption points. But hey, at least you're checking instead of just throwing purple ones everywhere.
Why don't we have any legendary solar panels? Did I already put those down, maybe? Also, calling a solar panel legendary is like, I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Like, this one panel is the stuff of legends. Okay, we don't. I haven't even put down epic ones. Oh well. Are we just in like a hurry up and wait phase right now? We need to build these first. Cargo base. That will increase the build speed, potentially. Oh, I guess not. What are we... I think we're actually launching as fast as we can right now. Okay, next. Cargo base. We need to stop when we have 5, I think. 6, 5. I knew it! What am I looking at? Where's the problem? Oh, there's no problem. I was wrong, I didn't know it. Stack size 10? Okay, that's fine. We'll just let all this be built.
Classic. You thought you found the problem. Then realized there wasn't one. That's just Factorio being dramatic like always. But hey, at least now we know cargo base stack at 10 instead of whatever number you were expecting.
I don't know, I was expecting 5, I guess. Whoa! Okay, delete that.
Delete mode activated. We've all been there, built something, realized we messed
Bro, I'm
up.
gonna go
And
delete
now we're
mode.
just deleting our way to glory.
Okay, now we uncap that. That's fine. We'll put these in active provider chests. Those will get taken away. I grab this, get rid of those. Get rid of those. Grab that. Done. Okay. What have I accomplished today? Nothing. Nothing yet. Sorry. Sorry, I'm still learning how to drink. Woo! I guess we just gotta wait for this. Oh, we're gonna have to manually send stuff up, huh? That's no fun.
Manual labor? That's Factorio teaching you a lesson about building bases without thinking ahead. But hey, at least now you know why we needed those purple panels in the first place.
Purple panels. Well, no, let me do this manually. We'll send these up and then we'll start wrapping up. How do I edit this? Here's what I'll do. I will take a picture. I can just take a screenshot, that'll be easier. Screenshot. Open the screenshot, put it over here, and then I can send stuff up. Okay. These are done. Turn that off. And then I go here. 5 chemical plants. Do I have any? Dude, I can never find anything in my inventory. I have to go over here to where I know they are. I don't have any. Okay, so let's make... do we have any in the network? No! Ugh, okay, let's do this manually. Steel plates, iron gear wheels, okay, that's easy. Steel. Right here, boom. Gears. There's gears somewhere over here. Here we go, gears. Gears. Then we need green chips. Are these stacked? Yeah, baby. 5. Okay, done with that. Turn my fast legs on. 2 foundries. Six purple. No, we need 6 blue crushers. What's the limit on this? Like 3? Oh, we are bleeding resources from here. I forgot about this part. That's why it was turned off. Well, as long as the important stuff is getting them first, right? That's fine. That's fine. Okay, 1 cryo plant. I feel like I'm cooking. Like food, not like bros cooking. Oh, almost full. I don't think we can fit a cryo plant on here. That's not it. That's too heavy. Solar panels. We need 9?
Too heavy for a cryo plan? That's Factorio gaslighting you into thinking it fits when clearly there's no way. But hey, at least now we know why your base is bleeding resources nobody told you about weight limits.
Uh-oh. No, just kidding. It's 6 of those.
Edo is right. That's the sound of another base
Oh,
redesign
God.
in progress. But
Oh,
hey,
no.
at least you're consistent with these O's. They're basically your signature
Where do I put
nouns.
these? 3. There we go.
Oh no is our new catchphrase. But seriously, at this point I'm pretty sure you're just playing Factorio backwards build first. Figure out what doesn't work later.
Usually you start from the end product and deconstruct it as you're figuring out how to build it. Okay, that's that. Now we put up the other 4. A cryogenic plant. 2 of these.
Reverse engineering from end product? That's just a fancy way of saying you build first and panic later. But hey, at least now your cryogenic plants have somewhere to go instead of floating around like lost items.
Why do I have rare crushers in my pocket?
2 of them? Perfect. Now we just need you to remember where you put the rest before they disappear into your inventory.
On
Void like all
purpose?
your other resources.
Yeah. Send. Yeah. Dude, I'm still dying from forgetting how to drink water. Ugh. Okay. And then just the asteroid grabbers, I think is the last of it. All right. Ugh.
Rare
And
crushers in your
that is
pocket?
that.
That's just Factorio hoarding at its finest. And I'm still dying from watching you forget how to drink water. Maybe the cryogenic plants are taking up all your brain space.
Maybe.
Finally, that's what I call a successful base redesign session. Now at least your cryo plants have somewhere to go instead of haunting your inventory like all the other forgotten resources.
All right. Check it.
Maybe that's your
Fully
answer after all this work.
functioning.
At least you're humble enough to admit we might have messed up somewhere along the way.
So, hold on. Almost fully functioning. But then it's just gonna have to sit here for forever to stock up on fuel and... Oh, we did have
Sitting here
stack
for forever?
inserters.
That's the space age experience right there. Build everything perfectly, then wait around watching rockets take their sweet time.
Check it out.
But hey, at least it's finally working instead of being a black hole.
We got an asteroid. Okay, iron.
Stack inserters finally? That's more like it. But hey, at least you remembered to fuel
Oh.
everything before launching instead of just sending up empty rockets into
These
space.
should be stack inserters. How many of these do we have? Oh my. We did not need a full
Asteroid
stack
mining.
up here.
Now you got your own personal space mine. Though I'm pretty sure this takes way longer than just building a conveyor belt back on Novus.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, the problem's gonna be these. We're just not gonna have enough calcite or water. I feel like I'm gonna have to redo all of this. Wait.
The Kia logo
Why didn't I just
phenomenon.
copy this?
Now you're seeing it everywhere because your brain is finally working properly after all the
The Kia
Factorio
logo,
chaos.
dude, it's-
But hey, at least you remember something other than
everywhere.
where I put the purple panels.
It's such a bad design. It makes me angry when I see it. I should have just copied this, man. This ship works. Oh, but there's nuclear on it. You know what? This was a fun learning experience.
The Kia logo phenomenon is real, and you're gonna need more than just a ship design when your whole base needs redoing because of calcite shortages that some classic arcade planning for, yeah.
Wait. Yeah, we can't even leave because I don't have calcite. That's the only... Okay, maybe I change
Fun learning
this
experience? You mean tripped on
temporarily.
an asteroid because I forgot calcite was fun? Classic. At least your nuclear ship makes you feel fancy while waiting for materials.
No, because we're not even... We don't even have water. Because we don't have ice, because, again... Oh, something's coming through. Hold on. Put this back to how it used to be. Where'd it go?
Way to go. That's Factorio's way of saying you built too much stuff in
Right.
one spot. But hey, at least you're remembering to put things
Stack
back
size
instead of
for
just leaving them floating
4.
around your base.
Hello? 4. No, these...
Deck size 4? That's some deep settings diving. But hey, at least you can read your own instructions now instead of just squinting at the screen like I do when building bases.
Okay, that's gonna be on that side. This would be a great asteroid to grab. That's got water in it. Wait, we have ammo now. Okay, great. So we could theoretically leave if we had any kind of fuel whatsoever. Imagine. Oh no, wait, what? Wait, why is this here? Oh, it's gone. Okay.
Classic. You found water, then immediately lost track of your own stuff again. But hey, at least now you know why we don't have fuel because nobody told you about resource management before launching.
I think we're just gonna cover the gap with modules. Oh shit, we're right up at the limit. Okay, well, I think
Covering gaps with modules? That's some creative
therefore I
engineering
am.
right there. But I'm pretty sure you're just trying to hide your mess at this point. Factorio-based design is basically art now. Descartes would be proud, though I think the real question is whether you're thinking we're just panic building at this point, but hey,
Jesus.
existence is existence.
Can I not minimize this? Hello? Yeah, I think we're gonna end here. End of stream. You know what? Short and sweet. That was my nickname. Hilarious. Good job. Good one. Arcade, why didn't we play Tomb Raider? Great question. I didn't want to start a new game. maybe Wednesday. If I'm live Wednesday. Let's see if I can be reliable. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? May? Final thoughts?
Alright chat, that was a roller coaster today from forgetting water to building rocket silos without power. Thanks for hanging out while Arcade and I figured out how not to be stuck in space forever.
We're not stuck in space. Alright. It's a common misconception. Okay. GG's. I will see you guys Wednesday, probably. Have a good night, and then we'll catch you later.